Growing financial troubles in South Suburban Dolton. Failure to pay a debt has led to legal action on one of the village's bank accounts.
As NBC5's Regina Waldrop reports, this is just the latest problem for the community, as the mayor is the focus of a wide-ranging corruption investigation.
Allegations of misspending, bills not being paid. In the small south suburb of Dolton, residents and governmental leaders have been speaking out about these issues for months.
It's some trying times in the village right now.
Now, more financial troubles. Last week, legal action taken on one of the village's bank accounts, leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars off limits.
We served a document on the village's bank that requires the document to freeze twice the amount of the judgment. So in this case, the bank has frozen $440,000.
David Graham is a former Dolton detective.
I was there for 17
years. In 2019, he won a whistleblower lawsuit against the village. After several failed appeals, the village settled and agreed to pay around $220,000 in attorney fees and costs. Attorney Patrick Walsh says the action on the village's bank account taken because it has yet to pay, even after the village board approved payment.
The village agreed in a settlement agreement to pay these fees. The court awarded these fees, and now they're just not paying it.
A typical Dolton reaction for whistleblowers. They go against you, they retaliate against you, they're still retaliating today.
Tammy Brown is a Dolton trustee. She says it's unclear why the judgment has not been paid.
There's $809,000 in the account, and $440,000 was frozen. That check was cut months ago, and why wasn't it given to that vendor? I don't know.
I hope that the courts will see that everything that's been going through and they award us that check so we can finally put this behind us.
We reached out to Mayor Tiffany Haynes' administration, but there was no response to our repeated requests for a comment. This matter heads back to court on July 23rd. Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.
Some more drama in South Suburban Dolton tonight, where the mayor is the focus of an ongoing corruption investigation. Tonight, a public meeting was ended early as a community activist was taken out by police. NBC5's Regina Waldrop is in Dolton with the story.
Stand and give this mayor your back.
Your 3 minutes are up. Another round of passionate public comments and chaos at Dolton's village board meeting.
You're disrespectful. It's disheartening to see you. You have turned our whole community into, I don't want to use that word, let's sing a circus.
Distressed residents and others giving governmental leaders an earful.
You look at all the greats before me, whether it's the Malcolm X's, whether it's the different people.
Tiffany Haynes is mayor of the financially struggling south suburb. She's accused of questionable spending and is at the center of a wide-ranging federal probe as well as a number of lawsuits.
All we ask for is transparency when it comes to our tax dollars and proper protocol on how it's being spent.
Also happening at Monday's village board meeting, a show of force by firefighters. They were trying to get answers about retirement funds, union dues, and health care benefits. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was hired by trustees as a special investigator to look into Henyard's spending habits. Trustee Jason House read an email from Lightfoot updating her investigation. Lightfoot says the cost for her work so far under $20,000, but she says more work still needs to be done. And she says when the investigation is complete, which is expected to be soon, she will give a full account of everything to the village board. Reporting from Dolton, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News. Thanks.
Frustrations boiling over at a village board meeting in South Suburban Dolton last night. An activist confronted a trustee about allegations of sexual assault. This is just the latest incident for a local government that's been shrouded in scandal lately. NBC5's Regina Waldrop, live in Dolton tonight with a reaction. Regina?
Now, Stefan, that activist taken to the hospital earlier today after experiencing chest pains, but he's being held here at the Dolton police station after he was arrested last night. Outside of the police station right now, you have his supporters. They demanding that either he be charged or let go. And I just learned a short time ago that he is being charged with resisting arrest, which is a misdemeanor.
You gonna answer, and you gonna answer me. Promise you that.
More drama in South Suburban Dolton. At Monday night's village board meeting, activist Jedediah Brown tries to confront trustee Andrew Holmes about assault allegations. Brown rushes over to Holmes, then is quickly stopped by police. Trustee Jason House steps in, holding trustee Holmes back. Then, more scuffles with police, as it appears that Brown is trying to approach Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Police then push Brown to the back, where he's taken into custody, then arrested. Mary Avant is a longtime resident who was at that meeting.
There was no attack, a public official, but it was more of a verbal outburst.
Holmes is being sued by Fania Dukes, Mayor Tiffany Henyard's ex-assistant. Dukes has filed a civil lawsuit accusing Holmes of assaulting her and Henyard of trying to cover it up. Mary Avant says residents asked Brown to come to the village to help them get some answers.
We want to be here for support. He's not from Dolton. He's from the Illinois, Chicago area, but he has put his life on hold. Come here to help us.
Back out here live, you can see Jedediah Brown supporters gathered outside the police station here in Dolton. And we are told that he is expected to be released at any time this evening. Again, he is charged with a misdemeanor resisting arrest. That's the very latest from Dolton this evening. I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News. Allison?
Thanks so much, Regina. Following up now, the drama in Dolton continues. An activist is charged with resisting arrest after a heated confrontation with a Dolton trustee.
You gonna answer, and you gonna answer me. Promise you that.
Sharp words followed by a showdown.
You out of order. You out of order. Hey.
It happened Monday night in Dolton at the village board meeting. Activist Jedediah Brown tries to confront trustee Andrew Holmes about assault allegations. Hours later, a misdemeanor charge of resisting arrest. Supporters gathered at the police station where he was released.
For some reason, this administration feels untouchable. They feel like they're above the people and above being transparent. And that's why, unfortunately, I'm going to continue to advocate.
Brown says he was asked by residents to come to the village and help them get some answers about an alleged assault and other matters. The mayor's ex-assistant, Fania Dukes, filed a lawsuit accusing trustee Holmes of assaulting her and Mayor Tiffany Henyard of trying to cover it up.
Man didn't know this man from nothing, and he's here for me, and then they haven't been there for something that they can visually go back and see that nothing happened.
My resolve is now cemented. I'm in this with Dolton all the way through.
Activist Jedediah Brown says trustee Andrew Holmes did take out a restraining order against him. We reached out to Andrew Holmes for a comment, but didn't hear back. In Dolton, I'm Regina Waldrop, NBC5 News.